airlines have a tough task ahead as the FAA has ordered a 10% reduction in flights across 40 major airports in the U.S. Tampa International Airport is on the list of airports that will see flight cancellations. We want to get after Fox 13's Kylie Jones. She's been live from the airport there. She has the very latest for what travelers need to know. Kylie.
Well, Allie, Tampa International Airport told us this afternoon it's still waiting for official details from the FAA on what this will look like, but it could impact dozens of flights in and out of here each day. And airline industry experts are saying it is a monumental task now that airlines have to figure out which flights to axe.
Thousands of flights around the country could come to a full stop.
It's very scary as someone that does travel back and forth kind of frequently.
The FAA is cutting 10% of air traffic around the country at 40 of the nation's biggest airports. Tampa International Airport is on that list.
Starting Friday, airlines are going to have to cut 4% of their flights. On Saturday, that increases to 5%. By some point next week, it has to reach the 10% reduction.
Federal aviation officials say flight cancellations are a move to alleviate the pressure from a growing number of callouts as air traffic controllers continue working without pay during this government shutdown.
I applaud them for working and not knowing when they're going to get a paycheck. That's really, really hard to do.
At TPA, airport officials say the cuts could impact up to 60 flights a day.
These flight cuts are going to affect, I think, 80% or more of the airline system.
Airline industry analysts say smaller regional flights will likely be some of the first to get the axe.
Other airlines are going to look at routes that have high frequencies of flights. So where they may have 8 or more flights, that's probably where they'll start to cut first.
Airlines like United, Delta, and American put out statements Thursday in response to the FAA's order, saying they hope most flights are not impacted, but will work with customers and issue refunds for canceled flights. Analysts say the longer the shutdown, the more flight cancellations and staffing shortages we could see. And the more travelers are rethinking their plans.
At this point, if I did have another trip, I would cancel it right now because it's scary.
Now, in a statement this afternoon, TPA said, quote, the FAA has stated its intention to reduce air traffic by 10% in 40 markets nationwide, but is yet to announce an official list of facilities where these reductions will take effect or how this plan will be implemented in each market. But these cuts are expected to start tomorrow. Now, airports don't determine the flight schedules. That is all up to the airlines. But flight experts want people to know that if your flight is canceled, you are entitled to a refund, and they're encouraging people to keep an extra close eye on their flight details and their airline app. Guys.
Certainly some good advice there. All right, Kylie, thank you.